Hey, what's happening, folks? Sexboy91 here, and I hope you guys enjoyed your football weekend. I know I had a good time watching all these games. I'm hoping next year I can get tickets to go to the Redskins Cowboy rivalry because I missed it this year because tickets were kind of high. So hopefully, when my funds get right next year, I'll be able to make a trip out there for you guys. But they did drop Football Outsider cards this past weekend, and unfortunately for me, I did not pull any of the new cards in the packs. If you guys want to see my 15 bundle pack opening, I'll put the link in the description. But my luck was really, really bad. So if you guys pulled any of those cards, let me know in the comment section below. But I'm going to do what I do generally every single week and then go over each and every single card and let you guys know if you should buy them or not. All right, here's a Darius Butler card, 87 overall cornerback with a run stuff chemistry. I don't know why Football Outsiders just felt the need to give him a card. He might have some advanced metric stats showing why he deserved this card, but he played a pretty solid game, only holding Sidney Rice to one catch and the interception in that game. But I don't feel like that he deserved to have a card this week. But hey, he beat the Seahawks, so I guess they decided to get somebody a card that beat the undefeated team. But his stats do look pretty nice. 93 speed, 89 man. And after looking for a while, I'm like, this card kind of reminds me of Tim Jennings. Right now, Darius Butler is going for right around 18K, which is a pretty high amount for this card. I ended up picking one up for 9,000 coins the day the Legend Packs came out. But right now, 18K is kind of high. For Tim Jennings, is going for 5,000 coins, who has pretty similar stats. The only thing that's really lacking on Tim Jennings compared to Darius Butler is the press. But other than that, if you're not going to press this card, you're going to be spending an extra 13,000 coins on Butler compared to Jennings. And they gave you the same chemistry and pretty much similar stats. So if I needed a cornerback that was going to be reliable, I will go with Tim Jennings. But if you are a Colts fan, I guess you can go ahead and spend the 18K on Darius Butler. But I would not advise anybody to pay 18K for a cornerback when you can go ahead and pay 5,000 coins for a card that's just as good. All right, this is the Andre Smith card, 91 right tackle. He's the third highest right tackle in the game. The number one is Jonathan Ogg. Number two would be Dan Deerdorf. So this is number three. Not bad. I'm liking that they're showing the right tackle some love. Pretty much this position is not glorified in the NFL because left tackles are what quarterbacks need because predominantly all the quarterbacks are right-handed. So right tackles pretty much go get swept underneath the rug and nobody cares about. But I'm happy Football Outsiders is constantly delivering on offensive linemen. My only issue is with this card, looking at its stats, is it's not better than Joe Thomas. So I'm like, I have a Joe Thomas on my team. He's my left tackle. And why would I buy this card when I can buy Joe Thomas for 20K? You guys see his price right now is going for 40,000 coins. And unfortunately, you cannot compare right tackles with a left tackle. So you can go ahead and compare him to Dan Deerdorf right now. He obviously has a better pass block strength, has a better run block strength. But when I compare him to Joe Thomas, I'm going to go to the trade block so you guys can see the stats pretty much are in Joe Thomas's favor. And I don't understand why anybody would pay 40K if you can pay 20K for a card and put him at right tackle. So if I were you guys, if you can find this card for cheap, 20K maybe, I'll say pick it up. But 40,000 coins, you can go ahead and buy two left tackles and have a good left tackle and right tackle for your team. So I'm going to go to the trade block real quick so you guys can see him compared to Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas compared to Andre Smith, as you guys can see, there are two stats that Andre Smith has that Joe Thomas doesn't, which will be the regular strength and also run blocking strength, which is up by 6 and up by 3. But other than that, Joe Thomas looks like he'd be a better left tackle slash right tackle than Andre Smith would be based off the regular injury, the impact blocking, the run blocking, footwork, pass blocking. He's just the overall beast, as you guys can see. And the funny thing about it is, Joe Thomas is going for like 15,000 coins. So if I had 40,000 coins to spend and I needed to get my offensive line really, really good, I would just honestly buy two Joe Thomases and run one at right tackle, run one at left tackle, just because that'll be a better fit and I'll be saving coins on it because I'm not overspending on a right tackle. That's just a new and flashy card. You're not getting the chemistry boost upgrade on it, but you're going to have good, solid protection and you're going to be spending a nice low amount of coin on getting two cards for the price of one in Andre Smith. So if I needed a right tackle and a left tackle to shore up my offensive line and I had 30,000 coins to spend, Joe Thomas is the way to go. Now, if Andre Smith does get down to around 20, 25K, I maybe say pick it up then. I'm going to try to get my hands on one so you guys can see how it plays because I pretty much have a bad right tackle as it is. I'm over here using the rookie Dan Deerdorf because I don't want to. There's no good right tackles in this game at all. So I'm hoping later on down the line I get my hands on one to play with it. But 40K kind of high. I'll go ahead and buy another Joe Thomas and throw my right tackle spot and just be fine with that. So we got a bunch of other cards to look at, and I'm gonna go ahead and look at them right now. All right, this is the Eric Berry card, 90 overall strong safety with his own defensive chemistry boost. I wanted to pull this card in packs this past weekend, but I was unable to. So if you guys have better luck pulling this card, let me know in the comment section below. But I do like this card, 91 speed, 90 agility, 81 tackle, and a nice zone. Bad man coverage, don't really care about that. Bad press, don't really care about that. And pretty nice play rec. It's not as high as I would like it to be, but it's manageable. And also this card has an 86 hit power, which I really, really like. So I went to compare this card to Troy Polamalu, and I remember that strong safeties in this game don't have that good ratings because they did come out with that Ronnie Lott legendary 98 overall card, and none of the stats on Ronnie Lott reflect 98 overall legendary cards. So I was like, oh, strong safeties are rated really, really low in this game. I don't know why that is, but it seems like it's going to be a trend from here into the future. But looking at the stats compared to Troy Polamalu, Eric Berry is a better strong safety. Like, he's so much better. Other than the awareness part, he has every category on lock, it seems like. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend 60,000 coins on Eric Berry. And then I remembered they came out with a fantasy major right who's going around the same price. And I'm like, dang, I gotta go and look at the stats on Major Right to Eric Berry. And Major Right has a 92 hit power, but his tackling's a 73. So you're trading off some tackling ability, but you're upgrading your hit power with Major Right. And you're going right around the same price. So if I was gonna pick between those two, I would probably go with Major Right just because I want my hit power. But Eric Berry is a nice safety in this game, and 60K seems like a high price tag for it, but it might be where it sits at for a while until they drop maybe more promos or anything else like that. But as of now, I would honestly say if you guys want this card, I'll probably pay 50 to 60K for it just because it's probably going to be like that forever and it's going to be out of pack soon. So if you guys want to get this card, be sure to get it while it's in packs and don't wait till it's out of packs and wait till the price drops because it's probably not going to. But the card really is nice, and I do like how consistent it is and how it fits Eric Berry's playstyle. All right, this is the Charles Woodson card. I was really looking forward to pulling this card in packs. Like, you guys have no idea. The only reason I bought packs was because I wanted to pull Charles Woodson 92 free safety. I was like, I'm gonna get this card. It's gonna be a monster. Stats should be really, really nice. Run stuff chemistry. Oh yeah. And then they release it, and it's a man defensive chemistry boost. I'm like, okay, who cares? I don't really care about chemistry anyway. And I look at the stats on the back of the card. I'm like, man, they did him wrong. Like, I'm gonna go and compare him to Earl Thomas of all people. Look at his stats. Like, they are really not that great. Like, you're gonna pay a lot for zone and a lot for play rec. You're paying 100K for zone, 100K for play rec. Not worth it. And a lot of you guys might say, oh, Charles Woods has a high hit power. No, he doesn't. He has a 53 hit power. A lot of you guys might say he has a high catch rating. 77. Earl Thomas is a 78. What's the difference? Like, I don't want to. I don't want to be disrespectful to Charles Woodson. He's gonna be a future Hall of Famer, but I'm not paying 100K for this card. Like, this card doesn't even warrant to be 100K compared to Earl Thomas. And I don't know what they were thinking. I know it's a Football Outsider card, and they probably just wanted to get him a card for having an interception return for a touchdown. But nothing on this card excites me about purchasing it for 100,000 coins. Like, nothing on it surprises me. If I'm missing any key depth chart stats, let me know in the comment section below. But 100K for Charles Woodson, I'm not paying that. Earl Thomas right now going for 8,000 coins would be a nice substitution for him. So if you guys looking for a free safety, go ahead and get Earl Thomas, or even get Reggie Nelson, who's going for right around 30,000 coins. If you guys want to spend the money just to spend the money, so, or you can give it to me if you like. Buy Earl Thomas for 10,000 coins and donate the 90,000 coins to me, and I'll be happy. And you guys pretty much spend 100K for a good safety, who's pretty much the same as Charles Woodson. So I don't know. That card doesn't look that great to me. That's just my opinion, though. Now we're on to the limited edition card that everybody wanted to have, but only a few people got. All right, this is the Lance Briggs item, as you guys can see, going for 240,000 coins. This was the hot ticket of Friday night. Everybody wanted to pull this card. I didn't. I'm salty about it because I thought I deserved one limited edition item other than a limited edition tight end that was going for like 10,000 coins. But hey, we'll get one later on down the line. But looking at this card price and its stats, I gotta judge on a curve because if this was any other card, I would honestly say get the bleep out of here. Don't buy this bleeping card. This card bleeping is not worth this bleeping amount of coin. But since it's only limited to 100 of these cards, I gotta go ahead and grade on a curve and say 240K. Nah, not worth it. 82 strength, 84 speed, 83 agility. Well, block shed not that high. Only thing he has is really high pursuit, play rec, tackling, and awareness. That's good, but 240K. No, unless you're a Bear fan and you have to have this item for your team, I would not spend 240K unless it had number 55 and that was the card you were buying. But 240K is super, super, super high. And if I were any of you guys that wanted to have this card, I would strongly look in the mirror and say, I don't need this card unless I want to waste coin. Unless you got a million coins and you want to go ahead and buy this card because you feel like buying this card so you can prove me wrong. But 240K, not really worth it. A lot of good linebackers out there you guys can go ahead and get for really, really cheap. And they're not limited, of course, and they're not going to be the flashy card. You can't really brag about what cards you got, but at least you'll be winning games and not losing a lot of coins in the process of it. You can go ahead and get Patrick Willis. You go ahead and get Navarro Bowman. You got the Luke Kuechly, that's cheap. You got the Zach Brown, that's cheap. I'm going to go ahead and compare them to Chad Greenway so you guys can get a basis of what the stats look like. They're really, really bad in Chad Greenway's favor, but Chad Greenway's cheap as well. So Lance Briggs, if I really wanted to pick this card up when I was a collector of all limited items, maybe 150, 200K be a nice price for it, but 240, and it's not going to really give me that edge I need on defense. Not really worth picking up unless it had like a chemistry or a boost to like maybe like a 17 to man, and you saw the boost that bumped it up that high, but not worth it in my opinion. And I'm judging with the curve. Like if this was, like I said, this is any other car. If this was a 94 non-limited item, Lance Briggs going for 240K, I would say get the bleep out of here. But since it's limited edition, you got to get them before people will decide to hold on to them until the end of the year. Well, that is this week's Football Outsider card review for week 5. If you guys agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Also, if you guys do me this one favor and leave a comment on who you guys believe deserves a Football Outsider card this week for week 6. And we'll see if we can get any of these cards right that are coming out with this upcoming Friday. Thank you guys for watching once again. I'm out, this mother bleeper. Peace.